Happy Monday, confessors. Happy Monday, mayhem. Excuse me. Let me get it right and put some respect on this day. But it is Monday. It is, August 28th, 2023. Happy Monday. If you are just tuning in, please like this video if you haven't already. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you are under the age of 18, please go away because this video is not for children. This is for grown only. Hello, my grown people. Let's boogie and get into it. Okay, so we are at the finale of Sons of Anarchy Season 4. My very favorite, very favorite finale. Why? Because this is at the point of no return at this point. We now know at this point it will never, and it cannot, no matter how much good happens, it can never end good. It is not going to be a happy ending. You know, this is at the point where I think I started watching the episodes back to back. As soon as the episode goes off, I would watch it again. And then I probably go to sleep to it because I probably do something else for an hour because it will play last week's episode and then it will play tonight's episode again. So it was always on. So it was like, man. So we all see that Clay is not snatched. Opie pewed, but he survived. And when he tried to go back to finish it off, that's when Jax had shot him in his gun hand. So it was a wrap. And so that was very disappointing. I will say that much. Well, hello, Phyllis family. You made it. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Okay, so this whole thing with Jax and the letters. So now Jax finally got the letters, y'all. Finally gets the letters. He don't get them all though. Tara was smart. See, and Tara knew what she was doing. Tara took some of those letters out before she let Gemma have the key to go get them, knowing that she was going to give them to Jax. So Tara took out some important things, which is very good that she did. She knows what she's doing. And like she told Gemma, I'm smarter than you. And I know Jax better than you. And she do. And I don't think Gemma really wanted to hear that. I don't think Gemma was prepared for that. I don't think Gemma is emotionally able to resonate such a thing. Because this is, and you know, I never thought, and I still don't think, or maybe so, I don't know, if there was supposed to be an underlying thing of wanting the audience to think that Gemma kind of got a complex something with Jax because she feels that she acts like that is her man. She wants to protect him so much. Yeah, that's your son, but it's a whole nother level. You want him to protect you like he should, but Clay's supposed to protect you. You married him after you had him snatch your real husband, your first husband. So don't come acting all crazy because you chose what you chose and now you looking for it from your son. That's sick. Now I don't think that's what Kirk intended, but it's very well giving off, buddy. Very well. I'm just here lending ears. That's what's up, girl. That's what's up. And so, what else? You know, I feel that, you know, I don't think Jax ever really wanted to leave Charming. I don't think he ever wanted to leave the club. he has his little brat moments sometimes, and he feels maybe that's what he wants, because he wants to rebel against. He's mad at Clay for all of this stuff, which in very good reason he should be. But he don't really want to leave the club. And now it's gotten to the point where he definitely is not. Now, before this episode started, before he started, oh, I'm leaving with you. You're going to take the kids. He told Tara to take this job. I'm going to be right behind you. I'm going to send you money. Whoop, whoop, whoop. When you need it, all of this stuff. It was a plan of action. And he was going to follow behind. Then it came to the point, I'm leaving with you. We're doing this last meeting with the Irish, and it's about to be a wrap. I'm going to be right behind you. We're leaving. Okay. And now all of a sudden, you don't took the damn gavel jacks. Did the letters change your mind? Really? Was it really the letters? Because now I wonder if Tara had left in all of the letters, would that have changed his mind in any way to leave? I feel that if she would have left the letters in there, she would have. He would have left, because he would have been like, fuck this, I'm done, I'm through, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with my old man. I don't want no kick. I ain't got no kickers for him. My mama ain't shit. My stepdaddy ain't shit. So, I'm out. I'm going to take my wife, my kids, and be out. So I feel she did herself a disservice, actually. She was still smart to do it because, yeah, that would have hurt Jax. But she still did herself a disservice because look what happened. But then she fell right into the trap too. But at this point, I feel it's just that she just wants to get under Gemma's skin. But she still helped her out because Gemma didn't want her boys to leave. Now they're not. But neither is Tara. You see, you want Jax, you have a package deal now. You see, Tara is Jax's wife now. So Gemma, you actually think he gonna leave his family behind for you? Go be with your husband that you love so much. You had to snatch your husband to be with him. That's what you wanted. So go be with Clay. Don't be trying to stop her show. Tara got, come on. Tara is, how good of a surgeon do you have to be to mess up your entire hand, your surgery hand that you do everything with? They are willing to wait for her to get better, not even knowing how long that would really be. And they still set her up shop to come to Oregon to take the position. And she just is. They did all of that, and you stayed behind for Jax. I don't understand why she couldn't have still left. Why did she feel the need to stay? Like I said, in order only to get under Gemma's skin for whatever that is. But also, it's good that the boys aren't separated from his father. But your ass stayed, and now we all see that your boys are separated from you and their father. But now they're back to, well, at least Abel is back to his real mama now, Wendy. So, all those times that you could have left and you stayed, and this is what happened, even worse. Now your kids ain't got neither of their parents. Well, Thomas don't got neither. Abel has Wendy. But Abel knows Tara as his mom first and foremost also. So yeah, Abel too. And I just don't understand why she just didn't leave. Like, oh my gosh, you went through so much to get this. If I got my stepdad threatening to snatch me up, where he already don't try to do whatever he could to almost basically snatch his wife by beating her almost to death. So why wouldn't you want to get away from Clay? I don't understand. Unless you are really scared of Clay, and Clay wouldn't have you leaving without the letters. But she got the letters. You could have left. What was the point of staying if you gave? See, and so and that's why I don't understand. I have a love-hate relationship. But that's why I can't understand why I actually do feel like this is my favorite season finale. But I have so many things and thoughts about it because of the fact that I don't understand why she didn't just go. And what did she do with the letters? The letters never came back up ever again, do they? The letters don't ever come back up again, do they? No, we don't hear nothing else about the letters, I don't think. I really don't, because it's a whole new ball game come the next season. Oh, well, I'm sick to my stomach thinking about who. Yeah, I know what happened next season. Oh, we all sick to our stomach. I know. But Otto, this is the thing. This slick motherfucker Potter, hats off to him. I have to give Potter his props when credit is due. Okay. Potter is odd as hell. Yes, he is. But he's good at what he do. We just hate that he be going after our sons. But Potter is good at what he do. He is. In his own quirky way. And so his slick ass got Otto doing all of this and got everyone thinking, now everyone thinks that Otto flipped because Bobby is MIA, so is Juice. But they found out Bobby is locked up in Stockton. So what happened? So now they know. So when they do find out, remember they find out, no, it wasn't. Jax was told by Reno and Lewis in the warehouse. I don't have nothing to do with it. That wasn't Otto. So they went ahead and had the meeting and everything. The whole shebang was supposed to go down. And that's all due, and that was all due to Potter. Potter did all of that. Like he don't get the credit he deserves because he ain't even the bad guy. It's because Sons really is the bad guy. But yeah, so Potter isn't even the bad guy. That's so messed up how we view a show, and depending on how it's viewed, how we look at who the bad guy is. But really, it's supposed to be the Sons, and Potter's just trying to do what he got to do, even though his tactics are very messed up and somewhat abusive on so many levels. He still gets it done. So with that being said, him and Roosevelt, they haven't been seeing eye to eye. And now that this whole thing is supposed to be done and over with, wrapped in a pretty bow, everything's supposed to be going down, it's all good. Potter and Roosevelt have their little one-on-one. And that's when Potter actually did give Roosevelt his props. He was like, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. And Roosevelt is a little bit, but he's kind of a little pussy too. But all in all, he is a good guy. And when he said that, he was like, you're a really odd guy. And it's hard to get past that. And so I guess it was their own way of making amends at the end, because all is said and done. And now Potter must go on to get ready for the RICO case to set up against the Mayans at this point. So I believe, so at this point, if you think about it, time-wise, Easy, if we're going into Mayans, Easy is in prison right now. And he should be right now going through having these conversations, or getting ready to start having these conversations with his cousin where those tapes are made. So this is kind of the timeline if we want to think about that. Because remember, baby, hey girl, hey, Because if you think about it, Mayans started 6 months. The timeline was 6 months after Jax went under Papa Good's truck. And if you look at how this is all going, this is like within a year or two time frame because we got three more seasons to go. And the timeline between them seasons, it leads up to, I think, like maybe a 2-year gap, if anything, between it all, if that. So yeah, so where was Easy locked up at? Was he in San Bernardino, whatever it's called? Maybe it's a whole new different place, but I'm just saying, if you want to whip it all together and put it all and see what do you get. So what else were some great things? You know, I wanted to bring this up. So when Clay goes to the hospital after Opie shot him, and Gemma shows up, and she's talking to the doctor and says, "What are you doing with him?" and all of that stuff. He's like, "We're prepping him for surgery. Come on," because the loved one, the wife, is allowed to come along into whatever. And she didn't even go. She said, "No, that's okay. Just keep him alive." Like, she didn't even care. I'm like, damn, Gemma, you ain't even gonna go with him. You sat there and kissed the man and told him you loved him, but you ain't even gonna go in there. Like, okay, that's how you roll. I was proud of her. Yeah, in the Mayans, they do a flashback with Gemma at the prison. Oh, that's right! That's right! Oh my goodness, I forgot all about that. See, baby, that's why I like when you come through. You be remembering all the shit. Girl, I wish I had your memory. Dang. Well, maybe if I stopped smoking, I would. Maybe, just maybe. Just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Tara, she's learning. Tara's deep into this. She's learning. You see how she just said, "This is how you do it. Put this in his blood thinner. Done." And even Gemma looked at her like, "My nigga, like, bitch, okay, my daughter, okay, come with it. You know what you talking about. You know what you're doing." Like, Gemma was impressed. All up until she stood up and told Jax, "Go do what you gotta do and come get me and your sons to drive us up out of this poisonous town." And she knows that leaves Gemma alone with Clay, where he's probably going to finish it off and do her even worse and all of that good stuff, which he will. And so, yeah, so now she don't want Jax going nowhere because you don't even have Clay anymore. Clay took all of his strength, all of his might on you and got you looking like Marty Mart on when he had that boxing match episode, and it's a wrap for you. So you need all the help you can get, and that's only Jax because that's the only blood you have. Like, Gemma ain't have, like, her father is in the home. She put her father in a home. She ain't cool with her mama. Maybe that could have been your time to get back right with your mama, girl. Maybe. Just maybe. Because don't nobody else want you, boo. Anywho. So, yeah, and there's that with her. And Tig. Oh my God. Okay, I want to get to that. I'm gonna wait to get to that part. Let me go through. Oh, Lenny. I always forget about Lenny. He is the underdog. We don't remember him and talk about him much, but when he comes through, he comes through. And he is really, he's always down. You know that about Lenny? Lenny's always down. Lenny don't ask no questions. All he asks is, "What can I do? What you want me to do? He has the club's back. And I felt that him and Otto shoulda, coulda, would have been able to pull things together better. Who was Gemma visiting when she went in the Mayans when they showed the flashback? Do they show who Gemma's visiting? Gemma was full of it. She wanted Clay gone, but she knew if Clay is removed, she will no longer be the HBIC. Yeah, so some of you is gonna have to go home. And that's what it was. And it would be all about Tara. And she would be the cater to and and only person that really gives a hell about Gemma still is Unser. And that's sad, but it's true. And she that's who she should have tried it with. That's the only man that really loved her for who she was and knew all of the dirt that she did and who she was. Only man who truly ever loved her really could, because he knew who she was through and through. So she should have been with him and quit playing. But no, she didn't want Unser. Unser had one foot in the grave just about anyway. It was either going to be the cancer or it's going to be that bullet that got him. Either way, I feel for Unser. I feel like he deserved better. I feel like he should have had some better days before his last days. I mean, he went from catering to Clay to protecting Gemma to that was it. But maybe he loved her so much that's all Unser cared about too. Like you see that Jax gave him many opportunities to move out the way. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what she did to my wife, so I got to do her. And he was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And now look at you. Couldn't even save a seat warm for Gemma because she was gone, 4 minutes after you? Your blood is still oozing out of you when Jax did her up. So I don't even understand. Like, you could have done, poor Unser. I just wish a little bit better for him. He did deserve a little bit better. He did. But when Jax came to the hospital and he came to do the blood thinning thing, Tig was sitting in the chair. I was surprised Tig was actually sitting in that chair next to him because after what he saw he did to Gemma and gave up his sergeant an arms patch, I'm like, really? But then at that point, I felt Tig probably felt remorse at this point. And now he's like, oh shit, I gotta be here for him. And I want it back. And you know Tig, how he does. Tig is Tig, and we love Tig now. Now I'm at the point where I love Tig because after he confessed and everything, I'm like, okay, I can forgive you. So it took me that long to forgive and like Tig again. Because there was a point where I did not like Tig. Like all of season 2, I did not like Tig. Period. It wasn't until the scene where him and Jim, and I was like, oh, snap. I was like, go ahead, Tig, get you some. Because I didn't like Clay for Jim already at that point. Because no one really likes Clay. But at that point, I still had a point feeling for Gemma. Out of all people, right? Don't tell nobody. But okay, what else happened, y'all? Because I really just want to talk about my favorite part of the ending. Snap, that was intense. That was so intense. Okay. So I'm just going to start reading from things. Tig. This is where it starts. This is where Pope is introduced for the first time. Not by face, but by name. So why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up? Why did he even want to cover this up Well, he had to, because then if he didn't, it would have been Clay's head and everything would have went to shit and he would have had to become president. But at that point, he wasn't still trying to yet, but he later did. So see how a lot of things could have been avoided if he just would have chose one way a whole time before instead of playing when he knew damn well he wasn't going to ever leave. But yeah, so hold on. Tig was worried about his friend. Those men are hypocrites. They can treat women like shit, just not the women they respect. Fuck out of here. Ain't that the truth? Yes, Pope was an asshole. Oh my goodness, he was an asshole. And so, and so that's how we're introduced to him, because Jax decided, well, actually Clay decided to say it was too black, and he said, put it on the blacks. Oh, just put it on us. There they go again. Just putting it on us. Put it on the blacks. So he puts it on the blacks, and they think it's Leroy and the Niners. So Tig takes it upon himself to steal a car and rolls up on Leroy, who was chilling with his boo. Who was your boo? Who was your boo? And he chilling with his boo, trying to have a little dinner outside, trying to be cute and stuff. And here comes Tig, just ruining brunch. And the girl jumps through glass, and Leroy jumps one way, and then Leroy goes to her, and then she's lifeless on the floor and blood in the glass. And come to find out, it's Pope's daughter. Who's Pope? The biggest gangster, the deadliest gangster in Oaktown, whatever one, Oak. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good one. Tig done made a whole nother enemy for no reason, but it ain't really his fault, because it was Jack's fault who made up the line. It ain't really his fault, because if Clay never would have been doing what he was doing, Opie would have never shot him, and they would have never had to lie about it. So now everyone's lying to the club. The club don't know what's really going on. And it's a mess at this point. That's why this was the point of no return. It cannot ever get better past this point. It can't, no matter what good comes out of this, the good times, whatever that come through this, is not happening. It ain't happening. Okay. So it's just a wrap. It's just a wrap. So now Tig don't know who he has dealt with yet. He about to find out. He about to fuck around and find out. He done fucked around. Now he about to find out. Oh, and I don't like it. I don't like when they have to go back to jail, which is next season. And we know what happens when they go back to jail next season. I'm not ready. But anywho, so KK, hey girl, hey. So let's just get to my favorite part, because I'm just too geeked to talk about it. Jax has finally taken the seat. He is now holding the gavel. It is all good and well. So after he leaves the hospital threatening Clay, now he had that Clay, so that Clay, he had that knife so close up to that man's neck, it still drew blood. He ain't cut an artery or nothing, but he wanted his blood. He wanted his blood. And he told him and gave him the business, like, if you ever come near mine again, ever, forever, ever. And then he spit in his face. That's the ultimate disrespect for me. To spit in someone's face, like, that's something. That says a lot. Like, you have no respect for someone if you spit in their face. And that just goes to show, stay away, period. Okay? And so he leaves all mad and stuff, and he comes to the club, Everybody's there. Not Opie though. He tells Opie, you know what? I'm staying and I'm gonna take the gavel. Opie's confused. He don't know. He keeps telling Opie one thing. Opie about over him. He's like, you know what? I can't even trust anything you got going on, bruh. You ain't telling me everything. It's kind of. He probably feel like how Tig feels about Clay, leaving him out, and it's kind of happening. He feels to him, but that's not the case. Jackson's trying to be on this whole entire mission, and he can't say it all, even though I wish he could, but he can't. So, Opie's keeping the secret too. Not everyone knows that Piney is the one. That Clay is the one who snatched Piney still. So everyone's trying to keep a secret. And, they was all thinking, Opie was hoping, that Jax was going to handle it. And so now it's like Opie feels like I got to still sit at the table with this man who tried to snatched my wife, snatched my daddy. And it's probably the reason why I am the way I am. And I ain't got Lila. She don't left me. Like Opie has nothing at this point. Like he is everything. It's just gone from him. All he has is the club. So, he would have probably happily took the gavel when, Jax wanted him to. But even Jax ended up saying, you know what, you're right. Opie's not ready for it. And it's just very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I feel that Opie was always torn. He was never able to give himself fully to the club, to Donna, to Lila, not even to himself. Like Opie just struggled just through this whole series. He struggled. It was never good for him. And so it was so easy for him to, take one for the team in season 5. Because he was done. Like he had nothing to live for, he felt. I don't respect Jax in that scene. He was responsible for allowing Clay to keep doing what he was doing. Jax made a lot of excuses for Clay and didn't allow Opie to snatch him. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel Opie should have had, however it would have ended. When you do what you do, you meet the Reaper. Point blank, period. There's some things that's not even up for discussion or need to be voted at church. So, and that was one of them. An eye for an eye, period. It doesn't matter, So, you didn't give Gemma that luxury when she did Tara. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just I feel that Opie definitely deserved that, and that's what made me so pissed off. That it. I didn't like the fact that Opie was snatched before Clay was. I wish Opie could have at least seen Clay's demise, But no, he didn't. And I don't think that's fair. Wait, did he? No, he didn't. See? And I don't like that. And I don't think that was fair. So there was that. But anywho, so Jax glides in. Nice and smooth. Pissed off, of course, but looking good. Even though the Buzz haircut is gone, but we ain't going to talk about that. Anyway, he comes in. He sits at the table. He takes his spot. This music is playing. Everything's wonderful. The scene is just set. And all the men are just looking around, looking at each other, looking at Jax, and it's just nice and slow. Jack rolls in, sits down at the table, pulls out the chair, sits down, puts a gavel in his hand. Slowly but surely, here they coming in. Tig's the first fucking one. And just in Tig fashion, as he gets he wanted to be Sergeant at Arms again, he goes and reaches for the chair. Jack's like, buddy, this ain't for you. Nuh-uh. And he looks at Chips and assumes that he will be taking the seat. He's like, is that all right with you? It was like, hell yeah, definitely all right with me. I'm cool. I'm moving up in the world. And here comes Happy and Juice, and he even asked Juice, like, hey, is you straight, my nigga? Because you been fucking with me. You been really on some other stuff. Is you good? Because we can't have no more mishaps, especially now I don't got this seat. Like, look, we ain't got time for your mess, Juice. Get it together. So he said he together, he straight, he good, he Gucci, he got his head in the game. He's like, all right, have a seat. So everyone's sitting in there asking, looking for Opie, and Opie is nowhere. And I don't blame Opie. I wouldn't do it either because you was flip flopping. What's to say in another 2 weeks? Oh, something else will happen. Tara don't broke her other hand. We really leaving now. Then what? Then what? Now you assume that you said that Opie isn't ready, so Bobby would be taking it. Bobby's still in jail right now, so that couldn't happen if it did. So then what? Mm, mm. But anyways, everyone sits down, and then here comes Tara. Like, oh my gosh, hold on, I have pictures, and I haven't even shown the pictures. She's a pretty girl. Look, he was doing the romantic thing, trying to. Yeah, bitch. That's what she said. Get out of this town. And that's when Gemma knew she lost. She lost. Gallon ass. Oh, this is the iconic picture. Yes, she comes in and she's like, I ain't going nowhere. Like, this me, this you. She stands up and stands right behind him. And just like that, it's just like uncanny, the same thing. Tara was taunting Gemma when she did that. And it was probably at that very moment, Gemma was like, you know what, bitch? I'm going to snatch you. One of these days, I'm snatching you. Obi didn't care about his kids. Why would the club think they could rely on him? But that's the thing. He cared more about the club than his kids. And I don't think that he didn't care about his kids. I felt that the kids was a constant reminder of Donna. And he could never get over her. Like Lila said, we can't ever be us until she is dead. In your head, she's never going to be. And that's why she couldn't stay with him. Because he never got over her. But it was very unfortunate. And I feel so. It was so soon. It was too soon still. You know, he tried to get over her. And, you know, knowing that it was actually supposed to have been him instead of her. That's a lot to take in, think about, sink in, let it resonate. Like he just was not good. And then to still continue to be part of this lifestyle with the same men that did this, you know, you breaking bread with these men. Like, Opie was never okay. If you can sit here and break bread with the same men that off your wife and while trying to off you, that's something sad and serious. Period. And when you think about it like that, that's really depressing and sick. And there's no hope for that. Like, if that is your mindset, like, he's too far gone. You know, Opie's been too far gone. And it was just one more thing after another that just took him deeper, and deeper into that, to where he hit rock bottom and he had no way to bring himself back up. Therefore, he took one for the team so he can ascend. The only way he could get himself back up, and any way he would be able to. It's poetic. But I feel that he loved him, but he didn't know how to care for him. You know, his mom didn't have that mother instinct. Daddy was in the club. He learned from dad in the club. You know, it's like Opie probably never really had real love, genuine love before. Therefore, he don't know how to show it and give it. He's never really seen it. Look at all he has seen. That's all he knows. So what could he do? How else could he have managed himself and guided himself in that scenario? There is no other way. It's kind of it was destined. Sad destiny, but it was destined. What could he do? It was what it was. And so now, you know, at the end of season 4, he knows everything. He has learned the hard truth about everything all at the same time. It was all just handed to him on one fat ass, heavy ass platter. And now he has to try to deal with it. And that's a lot for him. So now you about to go to jail, prison, wherever they went. And here it is. Oh, and then next season is also because of Tig, what he did to Pope, Pope's retaliation, Pope's eye for an eye. And this is where I really felt bad for Tig. Like, to watch your daughter burn alive is harsh. And season 5 is crazy, y'all. Oh my goodness, I forgot how sadistic season 5 is. I think Opie would not have cared when Donna was alive or not. Opie came home from prison different and didn't care. He was very confused and conflicted, I feel. You know, he wanted to do right by Donna and give her what she wanted because she had, sacrificed so much while he was locked up, but also he had sacrificed for the club himself. And, and that's all he knew. And I feel like he was just torn. He just never, he can't get right. That should have been his name. Can't get right, because he never got right. He never got right when he came home. He was always, on the fence about this, that, on both sides, trying to please Donna, trying to please the club, trying to show that he is part of the club. But then, he took him a minute to get himself together because he couldn't even pull a trigger for a minute. Remember that? Like, he was very timid when he came back out for a minute. So he had to lay the smack down on and finally get it together. But that's all he knew. So what else could he do? So I don't know. Either way, it was just a wrap for him. It was destined, sad destined, and that's sad. So that does it for season 4, y'all. It was great. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It was my favorite. And there's no point of no return from here. Clay goes rogue, season 5. Opie gets snatched in season 5. Tig's daughter burned season 5. Whew. It's going to get a lot more violent this season also. It's going to be a lot. Ooh, I almost want to watch it right now. I'm ready for it. But nah. Yeah, so Dina was not here, of course, and we missed her, but we love you, Dina. Hope you're safe and having fun and getting it together in Vegas. Y'all know I'm mad, right? Because I was supposed to go to Vegas, but my mama playing because she's trying to get her body the way she wanted before she goes. So now we ain't went yet. Anywho, that's gonna do it, boys and girls. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Thank you for coming and kicking it with me. We will not be having Zeus tomorrow because Dina is out, but we will be doing Zeus on Friday. We agreed to do it on Friday, so watch out for that. I don't know what time yet because I put in time off for Friday. So if I, at work Friday, we can do it a little earlier, get it going. So I don't know. It depends. We're going to see what it is. Yes, next season is a good season. I cannot wait for next season. Like, I'm just ready to watch it. It just goes until it's over. Y'all, we made it through. We are officially more than halfway through the series. Yes. 7 seasons total. We've gone through 4 and we've only got 3 to go. Huh. That's crazy. That is nuts. I can't believe it. We have been doing this since September. So next month, either next week, 2 weeks from today will be our year anniversary, y'all. It'll be a year since we've been doing since we started the ride over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to do something special. Definitely. Oh my goodness, y'all. I need to go see if I can find my Sons of Anarchy shirt. I know I can fit it now. I can fit my Sons of Anarchy shirt now. Oh, I can't wait to go find it. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, I got geeked and excited. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in Friday for Darzu stuff on Dina's channel, and Sunday we will be back here for Love and Marriage Detroit Part 1 reunion. And I will be doing a variety show soon, so watch out for that. And if you aren't getting the notifications on Facebook, make sure you are following me on Instagram and you are checking my stories, because that is where I put my notifications and links to my shows that I am doing. So you just got to click it and you're there. That's simple. And we in there and we can have a good time. Okay. So hold on. Did I go through all my... Oh, that right here. It was just giving. That's when he sat at the table. And that was the face off it all. You know what here? If you look at it, Tara could pass as Gemma's daughter. She really could. And it's kind of frightening if you think about it. But she's learned so much from her by now. So, of course, why wouldn't she? And that's when he just let him have it. Like, you ever come near mine again. But he should have did him. He should have did it. He should have did it. Should have did it. Should have would have did it. But the deal wouldn't have went through, because Gallon will only deal with Clay. So he had to. That Clay is something else. And he is about to lay it on now. He about to do all that stuff. And Roosevelt's wife is about... I feel so bad. I feel so bad. But it's all going down next season. Next week when we back, y'all. And I just want to take this time to promote CMOS. Please, if you are not a CMOS person, know nothing about CMOS, please learn about it and get it, and please put it in your body. It is good for you. It makes you feel better, and it does wonders for the body. I am telling you, it is a beautiful thing. It improves cognitive function, digestive support, helps in weight loss. Hello. Speeds recovery from shit. Hello. It's a natural energy, glowing skin, improves circulation, anti-inflammatory, increases libido. Okay. Helps joint pain, because y'all know we getting old. Helps reduce stress, because y'all know we be stressed. Clears mucus, because I be having mucus. Yes, I do. And I love it. But y'all, thanks for watching. It's been beautiful. It's been real. But you know what? It's time for me to shower. I'm out this nasty thing.